First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahawah, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. I want to give double honors to the apostles and elders at Great Millstone who teach and rule well, and blessings and peace to the brothers who are pushing this truth worldwide. Alright, I just came across this news clip. Well, actually, it's an old clip, but this is the first time I'm seeing it on Fox. And it was an interview between Sarah Sanders and the Christian Broadcasting Network. She claims to be a so-called Christian, well, she is a fake-ass Christian, right? So all the news outlets, they took this interview and they've been running amok with it, scoffing and mocking, because even if these fake bogus ass Christians, these Edomites, so-called white people, the damn devil, talks about God or Christianity or the scriptures, they're gonna get scoffed and mocked at too. Well, good. They err not knowing the scriptures, so they deserve it. But let's go ahead and get into it.
I think God calls all of us to fill different roles at different times, and I think that he wanted Donald Trump to become president.
All right, so right off the bat, she just starts speaking out of her own mind, talking about she thinks, God, so let's go ahead and square her away with the scriptures. She's saying that God calls us and God called Donald Trump. Well, I'm gonna let you know who the only people that God is calling. All right, in Amos 3:7 it says, "Surely the Lord God will do nothing, but he revealeth his secret unto his servants the prophet." All right, so the Most High is not calling no damn peons. All right, he's not even calling the majority of Israel. All right, he's not doing. Surely the Lord God will do nothing. He's not doing anything, but he revealeth his secret unto the servants the prophets, because that's order. That's how he operates, through his men, right? Starting with Yahawah Shai, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. King David, underneath him, who's also going to be ruling over the kingdom of heaven, and 144,000 elect men who currently are pushing this truth on the highways and byways, the men of the Lord. All right, so that's who he's calling. All right, he's definitely not calling Edomites, he's not calling heathens, and he's not even calling 2/3 of Israel, living in wickedness. Okay, so that's truly who he's calling. So that's strike one for but we know these damn devils don't know the scriptures, because the scriptures aren't for them. The scriptures are only for the Israelites, the biblical Israelites, the blacks, Hispanics, and Native Americans, and the confusion of faces scattered to the four corners of the world. Okay, and to further prove that point, we're going to go to Ezekiel 34:31. "And ye, my flock, the flock of my pasture, are men, and I am your power, saith Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai." Okay, so there you go. They're men. Which men? The elect men of Israel, and this is the order that he put forth, and the 1/3 of Israel is going to be underneath them, men, women, and children, the friends of the prophets, wives, sisters, mothers, daughters, and then young men and boys, same thing, sons, brothers, anybody who helped the prophets out, and that's the order. So that's strike one for this ugly ass cave beast. He's not calling again, calling your average peon your nobody. He has an order that he's put forth and that he's maintaining. Daniel 4:17, says this is what he did do though. She said that he called Donald Trump. That's false, but he did set Donald Trump up. But he ain't sitting there chatting with him in his dome. Like these fake ass Christians want everyone to believe that you can do. Daniel 4:17. "This matter is by the decree of the watchers," who are the prophets, "and the demand by the word of the holy ones," right, the elect men of Israel, "to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men." So whatever goes down on the planet Earth between races and kingdoms, right, between nations and their empires, comes directly from the Most High. He put that in place. Continuing, and giveth to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. All right, so that's what's going on today. You have the lowest race on the totem pole, which there's 18 nations according to the scriptures, and the least of them, right, the most profane of them, is Esau Edom, the so-called white man, the so-called white race, right? And that's what's going on today. The basest of men, which is so-called white people, so-called white men, is actually at the very top right now, ruling over everyone. The other heathen nations, including and as well as Israel. You know, let's play a little bit more.
I wonder if God wanted me to do this job.
Satan did.
Yeah, right, Rupert.
Thank you.
The devil made you do this.
Thank you.
Okay, so yeah, it's all funny, and they're they're throwing some words out there, some big words, like Satan and the devil, and they're making all light of the situation. But in all honesty, most of the people sitting at this table, man, they know the truth. You know, they have these these so-called secret societies, right? These hidden groups of illuminaries who actually do know the scriptures and actually know what the men of the Lord, the prophets, the Hebrew Israelites are bringing out. You know, so even though they're acting as though they're making light of the situation and joking about it, they know who they serve, you know, and they know who their power is, which is the spiritual demon Satan, and they know who their father is, which is Cain, Esau, the devil, right? The original devil, the original murderer. All right, and to prove that, we're going to go into Psalms 2 and 1. Why do the heathen rage? And that's what they are. Anybody who doesn't belong to the nation of Israel is a heathen. So why do the heathen rage and the people imagine a vain thing? So even though they put this dumbass face on and are laughing, they're raising their voice in laughter, they're actually raging on the inside because, man, they're losing their power. It's time for them to fall, And imagine a vain thing. What are they imagining? They're imagining the thoughts of the Most High, They're imagining their world right now and the future of their world, which they're not going to have. It's not going to go their way. All right, 2 Peter 3 and 3. Knowing this first, that there shall come in the last days scoffers walking after their own lusts. And that's exactly what these peons are doing right here, these damn devils. All right, they're scoffing, right? They're scoffing at the Most High. They're scoffing at the words, the scriptures, even though it's this peon Edomite cave beast who's bringing it out in error. They're still scoffing at it. All right, John 8 and 44, it says, ye are of your father the devil, and the lusts of your father ye will do. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it.